guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my favorites of October. There were so many things I was loving and am still loving. I also want to mention really quick that I'm bringing back book club. I took a little break last month. At the end of this video, there will be 2 book options that I will go over with you guys. Then you can head over to my Twitter if you want to vote for which book you want to read for November. Let's get into this favorites video before we are like 10 minutes in and we haven't talked about anything yet. All right, so the first product I want to talk about is actually a whole collection. So to be 100% honest with you guys, it is very rare for me to love an entire collection of that a makeup brand puts out, if that makes sense. That was until I met this Anastasia Beverly Hills Holiday Collection. The number one thing that I love about this collection that I noticed right away was the fact that it is not a traditional or predictable, I guess you could say, that's a better word. I loved that this whole collection was not all red lips and glitter. Although I love that, I already have that and I don't really reach for it. So I'm just gonna briefly go through the collection. I'm not gonna go through some long ass review about it because I'm gonna actually do a couple of different tutorials with all the stuff that's in the collection so you can actually see how they work instead of me just pointing to things. First thing is the Prism palette. This is the eyeshadow palette that came in the Anastasia Beverly Hills Holiday Collection. Let me first just say this. I know a lot of people rub the wrong way or left with bad taste in their mouth after the Subculture palette. So if you are feeling a little bit bummed out about it and don't want to purchase this palette because of that, do not let the Subculture palette sway your decision on whether or not you want to get this palette, because this palette is completely different than the Subculture palette. This palette is amazing. I love the texture of the shadows. I think that they're really easy to work with and blend. This palette, I cannot find one shade that I'm not obsessed with. I literally love every single shade. This shade here, it's called Lure. It's almost a very light kind of mauve-y shade. You can make this its own transition shade and then deepen the crease a little bit, throw on some eyeliner, and that is honestly what I did today. And I'm just so obsessed with everything in this palette. I will say the black shade does have a lot of fallout, but there are only a few black shades out there that don't have a ton of fallout, so I'm not really mad about it. I kind of expect that. I know the Sephora VIB sale is coming up. I think it's already going on for Rouge members, but if you have room on your list, you guys have to get this palette. Anastasia Beverly Hills also had 2 blush kits in her holiday collection. And if you guys know me, you know that I've used the same blush, the Sigma Serene blush, for the last 3 years. I literally never use anything else until I met these guys here. These, oh my gosh, I can't even talk about it. The consistency, the pigmentation of these blushes, I can't even tell you how smooth these blushes go on. You just like tap them on your cheeks twice and it looks like you've airbrushed your face. I don't know what sorcery is in this packaging, but I cannot get enough of it. This one here is the Radiant Blush Kit. Oh my gosh, you guys, this, I normally, I wanna say hate. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put it out there. I normally hate any warm tones touching my face as far as blush, but the number one shade I've been using every single day ever since I got this palette is this shade right here called Terrace. It looks so warm in person. It's a peachy shade that I would normally hate, but on the skin, it is, I'm wearing it today, it is so freaking gorgeous. So this one here is called Gradient, which is amazing. You'll see here how pigmented these blushes are. So if you do have a darker skin tone, oh my gosh, run, don't walk. These are so pigmented. They're actually, both of these palettes are really pigmented, but it's really rare to find a blush kit that is really for all skin tones. So yeah, I love that Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with blush kits that look good on everybody. Also, just really quickly, they came out with this glow kit, which is all of their highlighters for the holidays. There's 2 that I've got to show major love for. Number 1 is Marshmallow. It is this perfect, super light gold. It's almost like I would call it a white gold, is almost exactly what I would call it. Very light, not silver, not streaky. I feel like the real MVP of this whole palette is this butterscotch shade right here. I can't get enough of it, and it's like a champagne goldish shade right here. I normally would never put that on my face. I have it on right now. I love it. I love it because sometimes with these shades for me, they just show up straight yellow. or butterscotch on my face, so it looks like it's like I messed up with my bronzer, but not this. This actually really blends into the skin and gives this inner glow. Love this butterscotch shade. These shades here, the Scum Drop and Starburst, are beautiful as well. They're more pinky. They have like a pinky shimmer to them, which I love, but these two right here, I can't stop reaching for them. I just want to bathe in those highlights. So when I said that I loved that Anastasia Beverly Hills did not go the predictable route for their holiday collection, what I was mainly referring to was their lipsticks they came out with. So I'm actually gonna do a whole, I think a swatch thing, maybe on Instagram, maybe on here, where I swatch every single one of these shades. But I just quickly wanted to talk about the fact that I really appreciate that they are not just a predictable holiday lipstick. I also came out with these minis, which I've actually already opened this and worn every single one of these, but I put it back in the packaging just so you guys could see. The reason I love these is they actually gave you a decent amount of product. There's nothing I dislike worse than when you order a little sample pack from a company and they send you literally a swab of the liquid lipstick. But I have to tell you, the one I'm wearing today is called Bittersweet. This is my favorite one of the three. Anyways, love everything about this whole collection. I cannot say enough good things about it. Next thing I've been obsessed with that I've actually been loving for a while, but I keep forgetting to mention it to you guys, is this e.l.f. Beauty Shield. It's a daily defense makeup mist. I don't know what this is, but it is magic in a bottle and I want it all over my face all the time. This is such a refreshing spray mist thing and it makes my skin and my makeup just look, I don't know, just like glowing and dewy but not greasy, if that makes sense. It's just this really, I don't even, like I said, I don't know what's in this, but it's magic. And then another thing I love about it is that e.l.f. is super affordable. The least expensive one of all the ones I've tried is my favorite. I love when that happens. So the next thing I've been obsessed with is, once again, something I keep forgetting to mention to you guys. I used this all summer long and didn't say anything. Didn't tell you guys about it. I don't think. Did I already mention this? No, I think I just mentioned it in a tutorial. But anyways, this is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo. Oh my gosh, this is everything. I just am, ugh. I actually wasn't really a fan of cream contour. I just hadn't found one that I really loved. Some of them were way too orange or too waxy until I met this product right here. This is actually in the shade Ivory, which I'm assuming is this shade, obviously, and Taupe here. This Taupe shade is not too orange. It is a really amazing natural looking bronzer shade in my opinion. This is actually the bronzer shade I'm wearing today. If you guys have been watching for a while, you guys know that I was ride or die NARS Chantilly Radiant Creamy Concealer, or whatever that concealer was. And I've been using this every single day. I actually prefer this shade. It is not lighter than my skin tone, but I haven't really been loving the super highlighted under eye lately. It covers my dark circles really well. It is so beyond perfect. I love, love, love this little thing. And once again, NYX isn't the most expensive. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive product you can get. And I'm loving this. I hope they never, ever, ever take this away because I cannot live without it. I gotta have it. So the next thing I've been obsessed with are these BH Cosmetics brushes. These, first of all, are really freaking cute. The base of the brush is a coral looking marble look. I don't know, I love it. But the reason I love this brush set so much is because it comes with everything you need. It's rare that I find a brush set that I have utility for every single brush. You get an angled blush brush right here. You get a powdery type of brush. I've been using this right here, this kind of just more of a dense, smaller type of round brush to blend out my cream contour. And oh my gosh, you guys, this makes the cream contour blend out like it's being airbrushed. It is so beautiful. Once again, I have really dry skin. I normally cannot use brushes to blend anything out on my face, but I can use this to blend out my contour and it is so soft. These brushes are so soft. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just... I couldn't find seriously it is in your music. Siri thought I was talking to her. Like literally, because I was saying seriously. The eye brushes it came with too are so amazing. Every single one is a brush that I will use and use every single day. Eyeshadow look I did today, I only used these 3 brushes. This little guy I used to just put a little bit of shimmer on the inner portion of my lid. And then these 2 were the only ones I used for the crease area. I used this to apply that Lure shade from the Prism palette. I used this to just place it as a transition shade. And then I went back into that shade with this small detailer type of blending brush and just kind of went into the crease and kind of deepened it a little bit. If you guys are looking for a new brush set, maybe you're a beginner and you're looking for an all-around kind of brush set to start with, this is a really, really great brush set. It's got everything you need. Or let's say you're wanting a new set and it's just long overdue, but you don't want to spend an arm and a leg. I love this set and I've been using it every single day. So yeah, love this. So my last favorite of the month is actually a food item. I found this recipe on Pinterest. I'm gonna link it down in the description box for you guys. I was looking up on Pinterest all of the pumpkin things that I could bake for fall because I'm that girl. Found this recipe for pumpkin molasses cookies. They are vegan and gluten-free. I believe if you're not gluten-free, you can just swap out the flour for regular flour. But regardless, they were so freaking delicious. I would show you what they looked like and give you a very live taste test right here, but I ate all of the cookies in a matter of days. Literally disappeared, gone. My husband and I ate them in 2.5 seconds, no joke. My mouth is literally watering right now. Like there is a 99.9% chance I'm gonna drool on myself in the next 5 minutes of this video, but whatever. Okay, so now on to book club. Since we didn't do a book of the month in October, I figured that I would carry on some of the spookiness into November because if you're anything like me, you're missing October and the spookiness that comes along with it, and I'm having a little bit of October withdrawals right now. The first book option is called Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. I'll have the description of the book down in the description box of this video so you guys can read more about the book. But from what I've read in the reviews, I didn't read any spoiler reviews or anything, but a lot of people said that if you like Scooby-Doo or any sort of kind of murder mystery kind of thing, that you'll really like this book. To me, it reminded me a lot of, the description at least, reminded me a lot of the original It, because apparently they're in the 90s and they have to reminisce about their childhood in the 70s where their friend died and they have to go through all of this stuff. The next one is super interesting to me, at least I find this topic so fascinating, but it's called The Changeling by Victor Laval. So if you don't know what a changeling is, I'm gonna try to do my best. I know in pop culture and everything like that, we associate fairies with these really pretty, friendly, cute things, but in folklore, fairies are huge a-holes. They are not very nice. So what they will do is they come in and they basically hijack your baby. They take your baby and they leave a baby in its place that looks like your baby, but it does not act like your baby. It is not your freaking baby. A lot of times people would think that their child was a changeling when or maybe they were, we don't know, when they would all of a sudden start acting out or cry a lot or whatever. But anyways, I guess this book is about a man looking for his wife who just disappears in thin air. She does this unthinkable act. We don't know what it is. Maybe she gave the child to the fairies. Who knows what happened? Actually, both of these books are nominated for best horror book of the year on Goodreads, which is where I actually found both of these books. Once again, the first book is called Meddling Kids, and the second book is called The Changeling. Go vote on Twitter right now if you want to. It'll be up for a couple days. Anyways, I think that is it for my October favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey girl, hey down in the comments box, because you know I love talking to you. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.